welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to take you guys in the kitchen with me. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to cook, I just know the ingredients I'm going to use. So this is why I call this a freestyle cooking video. So I'm doing my outro in my bedroom because it's going to be pretty loud in the kitchen, and I'm just going to do a voiceover. So let's go to the kitchen. Okay, so let's get into it. First, you always have to start off with clean hands because, you know, it's just a given. Then I use microband to wipe off the counter. And yes, I do have a cutting board, but I don't like to use it. I'm just too lazy. I don't feel like cleaning it, and then it just sits there and have to wipe it. Because you can't really wipe a cutting board. It just still has those streaks in there. You have to actually clean it, then you have to dry it. It's just too much. I'd rather just disinfect the counter and then just cut from there. So I'm going to start off cutting some onions. I'm going to start with the potatoes first. Now mind you, I don't know exactly what I'm making. I just know what I want to go together, and I just figure what tastes good together. So I'm just, as the video says, I'm freestyling. And then I'm going to peel some yuko potatoes and then chop them up. I'm going to put them in a regular container because I want to rinse them off. This peeler, like when my daughter was born, my eldest, I made her baby food, and I used to peel her vegetables and fruits and stuff with a knife. And I don't know why I never heard of a, well, I do know why. I never heard of a vegetable peeler because I didn't cook. Like before my children, I didn't cook. I didn't like to cook. I was like, no, I don't want to be in the kitchen. It's not for me. But it's after the children were born, all I do is cook now. I enjoy cooking. But then I discovered the potato peeler when I was making her food, and I was like, this is amazing. It's like the greatest invention ever, and it saves so much time. Okay, so I'm going to put the potatoes on the stove. I don't know, what am I doing? What am I grabbing? Okay, so I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in there. I don't cook with butter, and I don't put like bacon bits and stuff in there. I try to cook the meals as healthy as I can because we like healthy meals. I'm going to put it on 30 minutes, which usually is how much it takes on medium-high. And I don't add salt to my dishes because salt is in everything, so I don't add salt in anything. So I don't even use salt. I have salt, it's like sea salt, but that's only if like somebody's throwing up and they need to stop throwing up, and then we just give them some on their tongue. So every time before and after I cut on the board, I wipe it off. Now I know it's going to put like cut marks on the thing, whatever, but I'm so used to doing it, you can't really see it. When we get a house or whatever, I probably won't do it on our new countertop unless it's actually made for that. So I'm going to saute some carrots, and I'm just peeling them right now. I'm not going to cook the carrots right now because steamed carrots. Because steamed carrots take about 10 minutes, so I'm going to turn the stove on for the carrots when I start cooking the ground turkey. As you can see in the background, there's ground turkey. Like I said earlier, I do enjoy cooking. It's like, especially like it's quiet in my mind, and I don't know, it's like after a long day of working and studies with the children, and it's a good way to decompress, I say. And plus I know that I'm making something nutritious for my family. That's also a bonus. So I'm cutting these mushrooms in tiny pieces. I chopped up the peppers, red peppers, in tiny pieces. I try to make them as small as I can because my children, they don't like red peppers or mushrooms. If it's too big, they won't eat it. But if it's small, then it just blends in with the other food and they can't tell sometimes, and they'll just eat it. But those are bella mushrooms. Now that is cilantro that I chopped up as well. That container with the cilantro in there is called Prepara, and it holds in your herbs for like 2 weeks. It keeps them fresh. You just put a little bit of water at the bottom, and then you put the herbs inside. And I use it for my bunny when I give him herbs, but sometimes I cook with it too. And it cost, when I bought it, it was like $20-some, like $22. It's not that expensive. So I'm using light tasting olive oil. I'm about to start working on the ground turkey. And I'm going to wipe that around, just seasoning the iron skillet. So I always use the iron skillet because it gives me more iron. Before I had children, I used to have low iron count, but then when I was pregnant with Madison, my eldest, my doctor recommended that we use iron skillet to give me more iron, and it works, and I've been using it for years, and I haven't had any issues since. So I'm going to saute the onions and the red peppers first. And then stir that a bit. Checking on the potatoes. They're bubbling. Fork it. They're not ready. This is frozen broccoli. I'm going to chop that up as well into small pieces, while the onions and peppers are sauteing. I put broccoli in spaghetti. I think it was last week, the week after last. It was so good. I was just like, I've never tried this before. Okay, so now that the onions and peppers are just about completely sauteed, I'm going to put in the mushrooms because that doesn't take that long as well either. But yeah, the broccoli and the spaghetti, oh my gosh, that was good. So now the whole thing is good, ready to go. Let's put in the ground turkey. I try to use like as lean turkey as possible, ground turkey, and the one that has the less sodium amount, so it has to be like under 100 grams of sodium per something, I don't know. And less saturated fat. So the leaner the meat, the less saturated fat it will have, and saturated fat is the bad fat. So we want to try to get that down to like either 0 or like 1 or 2. 2 is the max. That is turmeric, so we're adding seasonings now, and I love to season. That's paprika. Next we have curry. I love Indian spices. I love it so much. It's my favorite spices. Italian seasoning. Chipotle seasoning. And that's it. I thought I don't know why they put dill. I was supposed to put dill in there, but it's sitting right there. I guess I just forgot. So now I'm just mixing all the seasonings together and combining everything. Ground turkey takes longer to cook than ground meat, but you know, you gotta work with it. So when the ground turkey is like halfway done, I add in the broccoli because it's still semi-frozen and I want it to cook with it. It's looking good already. Now while that's cooking, I'm going to put in the corn on the cob. My family loves corn on the cob, like absolutely adores it. It's okay, I just don't like when it gets stuck in my teeth. Oh man, I forgot to tell the kids to floss. I'll tell them to floss in the morning. I was going to cook 4, but I was like, just cook the whole bag. That way they can have leftovers for the next day. And corn on the cob doesn't take long to cook. It takes like 10 minutes. It's very quick. One thing about being in the kitchen, when you're cooking multiple dishes, everything cooks so fast. So you have to stay on top of everything. Time to stir. And I think I put Italian seasoning in the corn as well. Okay, time to fork. Is it ready? Is it? It's ready. It's nice and soft. Okay, so now that the ground turkey is completely done, I'm going to add in some unsalted tomatoes. And I'm just going to cook that only for like a couple of minutes. You have to be very important that you don't overcook the ground turkey because you don't want it to be tough. So that looks really good. I think that would be good if you put that inside of an omelet, like make an omelet with that. Oh, that would be good. I should do that one day. Last but not least is the cilantro. I put that right on top just as a little bit, just to give it a little bit more flavor. I'm pouring out the water for the potatoes. Try not to pour out the onions that was in there. Just keep that in there. And let's mash it up. Shouldn't take too long because it's like really soft, like nice and soft. Okay, so now I'm going to add some soy milk. I don't add butter. All I add is the soy milk to make it nice and creamy. And I use a spoon to stir. And look at that. Nice and creamy. It just looks so good. It just melts in your mouth. Now I'm going to try my little experiment there. Let's see. Does she like it? She likes it. It is good. It's nice and crunchy. It has, like, it's bursting with different flavor. I'm putting a aluminum foil on top because it's steamy and I want to keep the steam inside so it doesn't dry out. Just keep the moisture inside. And there are the sauteed carrots, and they're nice and soft. They're good to go. The last thing we're waiting on are the corn on the cob, and then it'll be time to eat. I try to have dinner ready by 7:30. That way it takes the children 30 minutes to eat, then time for bed, and in bed by 8:30. Especially during the weekday. Sometimes during the weekend, we let them stay up just a little bit later. I had to move the corn on the cob to a different eye because it was taking too long. So I'm checking it to see if it's done. You can see if it's done, if it's like soft or like tender on the sides, the corn. And I'm using the pretty plates. Aren't they so cute? And I'm going to put the potatoes down and put the mixture in the middle. I don't know what it's called. I just know I just made something. And carrots on the side. Those carrots are delicious, nice and sweet. I got them from Walmart, or everything I usually get from Walmart. And the corn on the cob. And look at that beautiful, delicious, healthy meal. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to take a bite and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and push the notification button. That way you know the next time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday. Until next time.